everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, it's great to have you, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today is one of my Flosstube extra videos. Please excuse my appearance, my hair is in need of a wash and I'm a little tired today, but this is one of my Flosstube extras. So I have these to show you. I have two boxes from GeckoRouge. Thumbnail. So I received my GeckoRouge Gold Club voucher and had sat on it for about 30 seconds. And I saw a couple of things on the GeckoRouge website that I really wanted. Now, you guys knew that I got something on its way, but not where it is. And of course, because these boxes are pretty anonymous, there's no label on the outside. So we will find out what is in each one as I open them. It's a 50-50 chance of what it is. I have the PDFs on my trusty pattern keeper, so I'll be able to show you the mock-ups. But yeah, let's have a look and see. As you can see, still sealed, not even touched. Yeah, not even touched since I got them. But yeah, let's have a look and see what is in the GeckoRouge boxes of goodness. So box number 1 is now open, and they all come with a little golden gecko. Let's have a little look. Okay. Take off my golden gecko, or little gecko should I say. There he is. I love these little geckos. I've got a few now. And your kit. Everybody wants to know what's so special about GeckoRouge kits. So for me, these are the little bit of luxury. Your kit comes wrapped in some tissue paper. So I'm just going to slide that off. Don't like tearing things, me, I never have. And this kit is one that I saw one of the people in my Simply a Stitcher and Friends Facebook group doing, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So this is the first piece that I have bought. Just going to my PDF. It is called My Fluffy Valentine, and it is by the artist, or the art is by River Peacock. And obviously you can see there we've got two gorgeous red fox and lots of stuff happening around them as well, which is what attracted me to this kit. I don't know if you've noticed, but certainly with things like my Amy Stewart's and Colin Thompson, I like to have a piece that, whilst it has a focus, has lots of other stuff to look at. In the bookshelf, we've got all those nooks and crannies, but then in other pieces like this, we've got a little squig up here. We've got, I'm looking at this backwards, it's really awkward. Squig, and we've got another squirrel there, and we've got a bunny there, you know, and we've got a little bird, I think it is, or a hedgehog maybe there, you know. So, you know, there's things to look at, and I love that the piece is not just about the central image and lots of background. The background has something interesting in it too. So that is the first one. So looking at Pattern Keeper, 102,400 stitches, 320 by 320, and it is 90 colours. So in my kit, I got the cover sheet, which you've just seen, and then a thread card guide, and then how to. So if you've never cross stitched before, and a GeckoRouge piece was the first kit that you came up against, see, I've got cat hair, I think. If GeckoRouge kit was the first kit that you came up against, then absolutely you would you know, you've got everything that you need there to help you to do the kit. Next thing that comes in it is the thread. So we've got a nice thick wadge, 5 or 6 thread cards, and with these thread cards, when you lift the flap there, you will also find a John James needle. So I've ordered this kit on some 25 count, and it will be, well, it's kitted for 2/1, but I'll be stitching it 1/1. But my goodness, haven't we got just some gorgeous colours in this palette? I'm not going to go through them all, but obviously we've got some greens and some blues there. We've got some burgundies and some oranges and rust colours and creams. And then we've got some greys and some very dark plummy colours as well. So with GeckoRouge kits, they are in each individual thread, they are all looped on as a single length, so you would have to cut the loops to get your thread length, your thread length. But that's actually quite weighty, you know, there's quite a lot of thread there. So what else have I got in this kit? I had ordered a matching needle minder, of course. So we have a little fox needle minder. And then the last thing is the fabric. So as I said, I've ordered this 25 count. So we have a piece of 25 count easy count. It's not serged. GeckoRouge don't seem to serge their fabric. It's the only thing I think that they don't do. Yeah, like I said, I mean, the kit itself is a gorgeous little piece of luxury, and you know, the only thing that would improve it is if the fabric was serged. But I get it, it takes time to do that, and obviously equipment and somebody to sit and serge it, and you know, and all the rest of it. So but yeah, so fabric, needle minder, needle and threads, instructions, thread card, cover sheet, all comes in a wonderful box. So you can keep your work in progress in the box, or do as I do and transfer them to a project bag. It's entirely up to you. So there we go. So that is the first one, the first new kit. Let me just put it back in so that it sits in its box nicely. And thanks to Carla, or rather Carla's hubby, because he got Carla that kit and I saw it and I fell in love with it, and I was like, yeah, I think I know when my Gold Club voucher comes that's what one of the pieces that I want. So yeah, so by process of elimination, I do know what's in this box, and I know a few people who have this. And again, just breaking the seal. And this one is exactly the same way. We get ourselves a little gecko and the piece in some tissue. So again, just remove the gecko and slide off the tissue paper. So the second piece that I got is less stitches, 78,400. I've also picked this, I believe it is on, yeah, 25 count. And this is number 23 out of 100. So this was a limited run of these kits. Now, GeckoRouge fan as I am, and Lorna Laine fan as I am, when Elemental came out, it was a no-brainer. I was going to get this piece. So B Elemental Fusion is a combination of elements from Lorna Laine's popular pieces, all put together to create this one-off limited edition kit. So this, I ordered number 20, I was the 23rd person to order. It tells you your little number up there at the top. So if you have got this kit, just take a look. So yeah, this is, I'm doing Lorna Laine's B. I've got Unicorn, Magpie, I think those are the only Lorna Laines I've got at the minute, because I did the black cat and butterflies already. But yeah, elemental is being added on to the spinny wheel. And again, it's the same with this one. So, can't get it out now. We've got, again, a list of the threads. There are 63 in this one. How many colours there are in the other one, actually. Forgot to have a look at that, didn't I? Oh, 90. There are 90 colours in the foxes. So there are 63 colours in the elemental. And again, exactly the same. I have a floss pack with a needle. There are 4 floss cards in this one, so it's going to be a bit easier to show. And again, just like the other one, they are all looped together in one, so you would need to cut the loops. So one, look at that, oranges. That's number 2. And then that's the 3rd one. And then the last one. So lots of lovely luscious colours in this one, 63 of them. Again, this kit has come with a piece of 25 count easy count. Just take off some of the loose threads. First thing I do when I open up one of these is just run my fingers around the edges and any loose threads I take off. So again, another piece of 25 count. There's usually a self edge on one side, which I usually put at the top of my work, because then I can tell then immediately if it's been in storage for a little while where the top is. So that's how I would do it. It's by having the self edge part up at the top. It's easy then, I just know that this is the top of the work. So that's that, and there is the thread and all of the gubbins that goes with it. And it all fits nice and neatly back in the box. So, 2 fabulous kits, 1 fox, 1 bee, sensing a wildlife theme, 78,400 stitches for bee elemental, and my fluffy valentine 102,400. So I'm adding a few more stitches in when I get round to, you know, starting either one of these. I'm still continuing to do 2 finishes, 1 start. I've got my Christmas cat, which isn't a million miles away from being done. We're more than halfway, 60% almost. And I did start a wedding sample, which is also not a million miles away from being done. So it'll be pretty soon that I'll be able to start another piece. So on my spinny wheel, I have got a number of pieces now. Let me see if I can see it. History. For some reason it's not showing me. So on my spinny wheel, if I remember rightly, just referring to Pattern Keeper, I have Love, the 2 cats, the Dan Elizabeth kit, GeckoRouge, the watercolour seahorse, the Tree of Life, Cat Dalf will be going on there, Bee Elemental and My Fluffy Valentine will also go on there, plus the other GeckoRouge kit that I have on paper, and my All Is Vanity, the Paine Free Crafts Scarlet Quince one. So they will all be going on my spinning wheel. So yeah, 2 finishes and I'll get a start. And we've got about a 1 in 7 or 8 chance that it'll be one of these. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing my latest gecko haul, my latest gecko stash. This isn't by any means any sort of sponsored video or anything like that, but as I said, people have asked what is so special about GeckoRouge kits. It's the same with GeckoRouge and Paine Free Crafts kits, because I've had both. The thought that goes into packing them and presenting them more than anything. Sarah does hers in a slightly different way at Paine Free Crafts, which I'm sure you've seen. So with a Paine Free Crafts kit, you'll get in a bag, you'll get organza bag to keep your project in. You'll get a little bag with needles and a needle minder in if you've asked for one. You get your threads and, you know, and all the rest of it. And it's beautifully done, beautifully labelled. GeckoRouge do theirs in a slightly different way. But both of these companies present their kits really, really beautifully. For the time that it takes any of us to stitch a full coverage piece or a large piece, yes, the kits can be a little bit pricey, but if you spread that over the number of days that you'll be doing the project, you are literally spending pennies a day. It's not a lot. So yes, an initial outlay, but then you don't have to buy needle, you don't have to buy fabric, you don't have to buy thread. Everything is there. For both of them as well, the customer service is second to none. I mean, I'm a little biased when it comes to Sarah because I've known Sarah for a lot of years and I used to work for her doing her kits. But, you know, when I've spoken to her, I've spent time with her at the Big Stitch, and lots of feedback that I've seen, excuse me, her customer service is really, really good. And with her having a bricks and mortar shop as well up in Dumfries, it's really nice that, you know, if you are able to get, you know, to it, you know, it's nice to have a mooch around a bricks and mortar shop. GeckoRouge are online only, but again, their customer service skills have been second to none. I've had a couple of times where I've needed to raise something with them, and wherever I've had to raise has been dealt with super quick, super efficiently, and Glenn and the team work very, very hard, you know, on their customer service. Keeping an eye on both of their pages on Facebook, because like any cross stitch company, artists come, artists go. So it's always worth keeping both of these. In fact, all of the cross stitch companies, try and keep them on your radar if you're using Facebook, because artists come and artists go. Nadia Strelkina has recently retired some of her artwork from the Paine Free Crafts website. But then, you know, Sarah's had, you know, quite a lot more artists and art that's been released recently. And of course, you know, we see with GeckoRouge, they have got things like the Budgie Picks, and they have got Gecko Echo. And Gecko Echo is older kits that are making a brief comeback and, you know, that kind of thing. Plus, as well, they do have a Patreon, and they do special releases throughout the year, which, of course, as you guys know, I have taken advantage of those. I've had Anna Moore, which was my Ellis for Lamb, my Cherry Martini piece from a couple of years ago. I've had the Halloween one, the Witch Cat, and of course I've had a couple of special editions as well, and the Gecko, I think it was a Gecko Boo, the Anita in Rarity kit that I'm doing too. So, you know, whilst the unboxing here is GeckoRouge, you know, I am also touching on Paine Free Crafts as well, plus other companies too. You know, in the cross stitching world, there is room for everyone, but you know, each company has their own thing, their own idea, their own way of doing things. I can only speak for the ones that I've experienced of getting a kit from, which is Gecko, Paine Free, and of course, you know, the other big national ones like DMC, you know, that do their own kits and dimensions and so on. But I'm talking about people like these who license artwork, and you know, I've just genuinely enjoy having them. For me, they enhance my stitching journey, and you guys know I love to stitch, I spend that much time on stitching. Andy said to me yesterday, do you think you're a little bit obsessed? And I'm like, I can stop if you want. And he's like, no. I like to see you stitch. I'm like, okay. He tells me I look weird without stitching in my hands, and you know, but there we go. I'm waffling. I'm waffling on right now. And that was an extremely funny face. I'm waffling on right now. But yeah. Stitching makes me happy. Having things like this makes me happy. Having a tablet with a pattern keeper that's jam-packed full of patterns makes me happy. I have a pile of project bags over there full of work in progresses. They make me happy. I've got She Sleeps as a finish over there. It makes me happy. So if stitching makes you happy, great. You know, what fine I think. If stitching fills in, for me, it fills in that little hole in my life, you know, where I just need something. It helps with my anxiety, my mental health, all the rest of it. It really truly is, you know, the best thing that I ever did discover. And now I'm not even talking about opening a kit, am I? I'm just waffling on about cross stitching in general and how I feel about it. But there we go. So that is me for today. So please subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Give this video a like and leave me a comment. I love to hear and read them. But thank you guys very much indeed for watching, for taking the time to spend with me today. Do take care, happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.